Brussels sprouts can be cooked in advance and then stored in the fridge until needed. Simply peel and score the root of the sprouts to ensure even cooking. Plunge into boiling salted water and cook without a lid. These 2 points are very important. They both help keep that beautiful rich green colour. Return to the boil and cook until tender. A medium-sized sprout will take between 6 and 8 minutes. Once cooked, drain and plunge into ice water to immediately stop the cooking process. If microwaving to reheat, then season with salt, pepper, roll in melted butter and dress in your serving dish. Cover with cling film and the sprouts are ready. Alternatively, reheat by plunging the sprouts back in boiling water for 2 minutes. Add butter, season and serve. For a real Christmas finish, why not serve them with chestnuts sautéed in butter? The carrots can also be cooked, glazed and refrigerated, ready to microwave and serve. I like to cut the carrot into quarters lengthways and then at an angle into 1/2 inch thick pieces, giving you a good solid texture. Place the carrots in a saucepan with a pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar and knob of butter. Cover with water and then greaseproof paper. Bring to the simmer and cook until just tender, leaving a slight bite. This will take 6 to 10 minutes, depending on the size of the carrot slices. Drain the liquor into a pan and boil to reduce until 5 or 6 tablespoons are left. It's this reduction that will give you the glazed, glossy finish. Pour the syrup reduction over the carrots and sit in a presentation dish. Cover with cling film. Microwave for 2 to 3 minutes when needed or reheat in a pan with 2 tablespoons of water and a knob of butter. Good, tasty, shiny carrots and no rush. 3.5 hours have passed. Look at that. Taken on a lovely colour now. Bacon, really nice and crispy. But if you want it even crispier, just pop it under your grill or back through the oven. The next thing is another basting because it needs just 1/2 hour more, and that really is wonderful. So, one more basting. Nice and easy like that. And you will see her in that last 1/2 hour, without the foil, without the bacon, become totally golden all the way over. I promise you. Just wait and see. It's time for those perfect crispy roast potatoes. Use Maris Piper, King Edward or these which are Desiree. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees or gas mark 6. Peel and halve the potato, trimming off the edge to give a nice shape. These can then be parboiled for 6 to 8 minutes. Drain well and give them a good shake in the colander. This breaks down the edges, which helps achieve that crispy finish. Take a baking tray, lightly sprinkle with flour. Place the potatoes on the baking tray and give a further dusting. Heat enough cooking oil or turkey fat to cover the bottom of a roasting tray. Add the potatoes and turn them in the fat until coated and beginning to turn brown. Then pop in the oven for 45 minutes. If you need an extra crispy tinge, then turn the oven up to 240 degrees or gas mark 9. The potatoes should be started 30 minutes before the turkey is ready. This gives them the time to cook while the bird is resting. The perfect crispy roast potato. Look at that, 4 hours have passed. What did I tell you? Beautifully golden all the way over. She's going to be succulent, tasty. Now, let's just get her out of the roasting tray. Oh, lift her up. Pop her on there. And now we're going to leave it to rest for another 30 minutes. And in that time, all the juices will just calm down inside the actual breast itself and in the legs, and it'll be really tasty. So let's just cover her with foil and pop her over here. Right, what's next? Well, I don't like to waste any flavours, and we've got to make a really good gravy to go with this. So let's take all of the juices and the turkey fat out of that roasting pan there. And what will happen now, the fat will come to the top, the juices will sit on the bottom. As soon as it's done that, and it'll only take a few minutes, the fat I'll use to cook our chipolatas, and the juices will help make our gravy. So, with just 30 minutes to go, time to roast the parsnips. Parsnips have a slightly woody centre. Cut these out and you're left with the firm outside flesh. Preheat the roasting tray on top of the stove, adding 2 tablespoons of oil. Fry the parsnips in the oil until golden brown. Add a good knob of butter. Roast them in a preheated oven for 15 to 20 minutes, turning occasionally. Pour 2 spoons of clear honey over the parsnips and carefully turn them, making sure they've all been covered. Season and put back in the oven for 5 minutes. Stir them in the dish and spoon some of the honey glaze from the pan over the top to finish and serve. Roast